build smaller, efficient products that are less expensive. But scientific innovation cannot lead on its own. We have to lead innovation. In the poor areas of the developing world, many people are deprived from the benefit of science and technology, which can give them a better health and quality of life. Why is not happening for them? Because people in the developed world look at the end product and see it is inconceivable to apply it to the developing world. For example, it is not possible to carry a huge MRI scanner to a hospital in West of Africa, where the majority of people live in a remote area where there is no electricity. Before we make the product, we need to think why we want to make it and for what benefit. Only then we can customize it to the people's needs according to their infrastructure and way of life. Being smart and having resources is not enough for true breakthrough innovation to change people's lives. We need to aim science at these issues in order to make the impact. To take the lead on these issues, I have started a non-profit entity with Harvard called Diagnostic for All. We developed a unique type of sensor made very, very cheaply from paper. It costs about 1 cent per sensor to make. It will help the poor people everywhere in the world. It will save more than 5 million lives per year. It replaces huge machine and put the power of scientific lab at the patient fingertips, who cannot access doctors, who cannot access equipment, so they can monitor their health and provide a better quality of life. For example, in the area of malaria, HIV, TB, hepatitis, and water pollution. For this effort, I won with my business team first prize at Harvard Social Enterprise Competition. We won first prize of MIT 100K competition. This was the first time ever one group won both competitions in the same year. Similarly, I believe the Muslim world can lead innovation. If we look at other countries spending on science, Japan, US, France, Germany are spending between 2 to 5% of their GDP, whereas we are spending only 0.1%, 20 to 50 times less. Our countries have the power and the vision to change this by putting money into philanthropic companies and through the students who sent to the West to be educated, to help the personal growth of talented youth, to aim at self-sufficiency and independence, to bring out the best in them so they can reach their full potential to help the country, to create jobs, to provide the foundation for stability. In all of this, I have learned, first, believe in yourself. Look below the surface. Appreciate the differences and the similarities of cultures and nations. Second, originality, integrity, and taqwa need to be kept alive, as my parents taught me. They should underline our vision of the future, our strategies, our decisions, our actions, and our behaviors. And finally, we have the power to make breakthroughs. I believe we can put science and society hand in hand. Without you realizing, when you give to society in whatever form, you become a star and you can guide someone else to a better way of living. Small people can achieve big dreams. I believed in a dream as a child, and it all happened. And inshallah, more to come. Thank you for listening. 10 minutes if anybody wants to ask me questions, if you have any questions. Yes? Oh, we are about 17 scientists in George Whiteside lab, and nanotechnology actually is applying of different sciences together, so you need multidiscipline. So we made a sensor which is very sophisticated from a platform from paper. You know, paper is very cheap, you can find it anywhere and you recycle it. And that type of paper, you need it in a remote area where is the majority of people that don't need to have equipment, extra electricity, or sophisticated. So the drop of blood, they can tell a change of color. So even the people who are illiterate, they cannot read and write, they can monitor or recognize if they have the disease or not. Yes, and they have a chart, change of color indicates if they have like the disease, yes or no. Well, it depends on the platform. You can design it to different diseases. Yes, yes. Yes. Sorry? Yes, of course, like this type of paper could be really, when I talk to Minister of Health, you know, Dr. Rabia, it would be very important to apply it in Hajj. Whereas, for example, like dehydration is something really major, so the Hajj, he can have it that and he monitor himself without, before like too late, before he collapse. That could be one issue. Another issue, we can apply it to many different, like chemotherapy for liver function diseases. When he's in the hospital, when the doctor, he will have yes and no answer before he can give the chemotherapy to the doctors. And inshallah, I'm trying with the King Abdullah University to have a lab there for, but this is aimed mainly to the poor areas, to the people who cannot afford it. So they can have the benefit of science. So science could be reached to everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. No? Okay. Thank you for listening again.